All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Titan versus Hearts get together for the Fengyun Dota 2 tournament. It's game 2, and I don't know how many times we're going to have to do this, Base Kip, but we're back into the game. How are you, sir?
Yeah, doing pretty well. Just hopefully we can get underway with some Dota this time around. I think the drafts for both teams are really exciting, so I really just want to see this played out, hopefully without too many issues. But as I say that, somebody disconnects, so we'll see how we go.
I don't know how many intros we're going to have to do before we get this right. I'm willing to do it, of course, all morning long here, but obviously, you know, with the drafts the way they are, both teams are looking really strong. I do enjoy Hearts Get Together's team. I think it's a good pickup for them, a good couple of pickups. We will get a pause going through, but I mean, honestly, let's get an objective look. What do you think about these drafts right now? What do you like about them?
For Hearts Get Together, I really like the Bristleback. And the TA, I think they're going to have a lot of space to just be able to get up in Titan's face, and it's difficult for Titan because the only real space creating hero that they have is the Clockwork. So unless they land some good shackles and get some nice disables down, I think the biggest problem for them is that they might just get completely face rushed by Hearts Get Together if they get any kind of advantage. But the other thing that I like is all of the heroes are just sort of really good active heroes for the early to mid game, so that means that pretty much no matter what happens, we should see plenty of action.
Yeah, that's the thing I do like about both teams, is that it's just clashing that'll happen early on. As you have a hook shot coming in from a Clockwork who's really all about just fighting early on, and once he gets level 6, he'll probably get out of whatever lane he's in. Similarly, you have rotations coming through from the Alchemist and from the Crystal Maiden. Refraction and Templar Assassin are all about the early game and the mid game, so that is something that we should keep in mind as we move forward here, hopefully into the game, as people are reconnecting slowly but surely. It looks like, and if we do reconnect to the game, I have to be a little bit facetious here and say that we'll probably see multiple disconnects out from this. I mean, I don't want to say that because I feel like I want this game to go, but
I'm kind of hoping that Hearts Get Together have been trying to use a VPN, but the VPN is causing problems, so now they're just disconnecting, turning off the VPN, and coming back. So maybe they'll be at... I mean, this is just like a completely random guess from me, but hopefully, yeah, we won't see too many... Won't see too many disconnects, won't see too many pauses. So, I guess we should quickly introduce our teams and get underway.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So, we are going to jump into the second game of this series. It looks like everything, fingers crossed, is going well as of right now. On the side of Titan Esports, you've got Extinct. We'll be up on the Wind Ranger. KYXY on the Shadow Shaman. Net is going to be on that Rubik. Miracle on the Lifestealer. And down in that bottom lane, we'll see Ohio on the Clockwork. Base Kip, why don't you go ahead and do Hearts Gets Together?
So over on Hearts Get Together, we've got Alex heading towards the off lane on Bristleback. Had a great performance on Slark in Game 1, so looking forward to seeing him play the Bristle. Over on mid, we've got DM on the Templar Assassin. Zhao V, or Zhao Love, is going to be on the Mirana. We have... Well, his name is Happy, I think, but he is Zhao Hong, or previously played as Zhao Hong on the Crystal Maiden, and that leaves XZ... or A's. I'm not sure what his current tag is, but he's going to be on the Alchemist.
Yep, so looks like it's going to be this defensive tri lane coming out for Hearts Get Together. On the other side of the coin, Titan doing the same exact thing with a defensive tri lane of their own. And this is going to be Extinct playing a support Wind Ranger, which you don't see too often, but it can work with shackle shots that really can latch and do some damage. So we'll see how that goes. Obviously, you're up against an off-lane Bristleback, who is killable. He's not the easiest hero to kill in the world, but certainly with the damage that they have, they can do it. The disables on top of that. DM and the Templar Assassin mid going up against the mid Shadow Shaman. Now, the Shadow Shaman KYXY may have a tough time here against the damage that the TA can dole out.
Yeah, it's not going to be the easiest matchup for the Rasta, and we've already got a smoke from Hearts Get Together heading towards mid, so this should be first blood by all accounts.
Yeah, KYXY, he might be a little bit more careful. He might know something's up, but he should really get back to this tower. Otherwise, he's probably going to go down. The Frostbite's going to come in, the Unstable Concoction. The supports are going to roam through. They're thinking about going. They're staying right up here in this little alcove. Unstable's being charged. It's going to get thrown in just a moment. KYXY definitely going to go down, I feel like. Refraction's up. Frostbite's going to go in a moment. Hasn't been used yet. There it goes. And there's going to be the first blood for DM. Refraction coming into great effect, and, well, 1,000 gold in the bank already for the Templar Assassin.
Until it has been spilled.
Yeah, this was already going to be, I think, a pretty good lane for the TA. The one question was going to be in terms of the position of the lane and whether or not KOXI would be able to just non-stop spam and in that way maybe burn through some of the defensive refraction charges. But with this kind of start, I think the TA should have a really good time.
Yeah, absolutely. Already a level bit higher, and of course, well, Shadow Shaman does get to 2, but level 3 for DM now, so 2 points of refraction. That 1 level advantage is going to really be a big factor, I think, that mid lane. Up in the top lane, Alex is doing his best to just try to leech experience. The pull is coming through, which, you know, is going to be nice for both teams to get a little bit of extra farm and gold, which you really need in this defensive tri lane, as well as, you know, the experience for Alex going through from those creeps. So as we move along here, anything that you know really are looking forward to, anything that has caught your eye so far, Base Kip?
I think the one thing that's worth pointing out is that there's this situation for KOXY mid where he wants to push the wave to stop the TA getting up in his face, but he doesn't want to push the wave because if he's too far out in the river, then he's just going to be ganked by the support. So it's a really tough lane for KOXY, and we'll see how he's going to play it. I'd like to see maybe... Well, there's already another smoke picked up on Hearts Get Together. What am I talking about? And they're going to buy their 3rd smoke of the game. They are planning to put the hurt on KOXY this game.
They are investing in the future. They're just saying, listen, we have an opportunity to really shut this guy down. And they're thinking about it right now. They've got a smoke up ready to go. Ohio's sitting here at the bottom rune spot, though, just sitting. I'm not sure what he's doing exactly other than just leeching.
He's stealing experience.
Yeah, that's what it seems like he's doing. And a flare. He actually caught the last hit of the Centaur Conqueror with his flare. Nicely done there. And actually, that's because it is level 2 rocket flare. He decides to not go for the max battery assault build, and I don't mind that. I think that's a good build to go for when you are that offlane clockwork from time to time. His bottle's been picked up, but now the real focus is for Hearts to get together. They're going to roam mid again. The smoke is going to wrap around just like it did the first time. You could see my geometry on my drawing in the map is not quite up to snuff, sadly. That seems to be just some sort of internal issue. They actually go through this ancient camp once again, and well, KOXY, he should know this is coming. I mean, they're off the map for a bit of time. There is a double damage route for DM. He actually has to play defensively anyways because of that. Sideblade damage will really hurt. They can even dive, though, with Refraction up in the Templar Assassin, though. They'll have to be careful. And he's just sitting way far behind that. He knows something's coming. Actually, a disconnect coming out. An immediate pause. So, alright, cool.
Yeah. Fortunately for Hearts, there isn't a ward here. Anyway, for Titan, so it looks like this disconnect probably won't give what's going on away. KOXY is super suspicious. He wasn't even going to... He couldn't sit in the lane against the DD Templar Assassin really anyways, so this is just super precautionary measures. He might even just choose to go into the jungle, stack the big camp once, and then once he sees the support somewhere, make his way back. The thing for Hearts Get Together is that they actually have another smoke, so if they want to just maybe head up towards top lane or smoke back down towards bot, they can definitely do so.
Yeah, and the thing, though, is they can't really take care of Ohio as the wave is pushed out right now. They'd have to dive under the tower, and they don't want to do that. Despite the damage he's taken, he hasn't gone for a Stout Shield, which is interesting on an offlane Clockwork. I'm surprised that he decided to forego that. But then again, don't necessarily need it when you have a bottle to regen up effectively, even though you're going to be getting ganked. So with that, Zhalov is going to be going ahead and picking up his phase boots, which is nice for early on in the game, and you know, he's got decent farm already. With 21 last hits, he's eclipsing that of the lifesteal in the top lane for Miracle, who's got his boots right now on Orbital Venom, which you see from time to time on lifestealers, and he'll continue further, just trying to either harass, do some damage, or a little bit of both, and get some last hits on top of that. So, you know, the game rolls on, and it just seems to be a farming sort of scenario right now.
Yeah, but I feel that the farm actually still, even though Hearts Get Together have amazing roaming supports for the early game, I think that they're also a little bit favored for the late game as well, so long as nothing goes too terribly wrong. You've got a Bristleback, you've got a TA, and you've got a Marana who's getting some really good farm. So I think it's actually up to Titan to, you know, get the level 6 up on the Clockwork, get the level 6 up on the Shadow Shaman, and they need to start making the moves, making the plays.
Yeah, I agree with you completely, and we'll see what happens as we continue along here. It's only 5 minutes in, and you mentioned how this Hearts Get Together have a strong early or strong late game, and I agree with you. They have this kind of tricore, like you mentioned, with the Bristleback being, I think, the third hero in that tricore. The Marana and the Templar Assassin are going to be doing most of the work throughout the game, but Bristleback is certainly not somebody you can just golf at. He will have the right-click damage from Warpath. He will be effective once he gets a couple levels as well, which he is doing in that offlane. I mean, you look at his levels right now, he's level 3, but then again, you look at what Titan's got on the Clockwork. Ohio's at level 5, so he's got actually almost a level and a half advantage altogether. So roaming mid, you can see Extinct on the Wind Ranger is here, maybe looking to just soak up the experience while KYXY looks for perhaps a bottom rune at 6 minutes in. He's heading to the Ro16 pit, and we saw this from Demon the other night. I think he might be going for... Yeah, he's going for Roche here with these wards.
Okay, so this took Demon a little while when he did it, but looks like this time Reinhardt's get together. Don't suspect what's going on. I even like that the Titan made the decision to bring Extinct to mid to soak up a little bit of extra levels, but that might be the giveaway. The fact that Extinct is here and KYXY is mysteriously gone, though. Oh, the trap gets dropped into the pit. Poor KYXY.
Yeah, KYXY is definitely dead here. Unstable getting charged, full duration, acid spray on the ground, right click. Well, DM gets shackled up to a tree, but it doesn't matter. It's not a very long duration anyways. Extinct, he's going to try to run away, but the Frostbite came through. Now, here comes Miracle trying to fight. Moonlight Shadow did go. Ohio in the pit. Nice two-person cogs. The arrow coming through as well. Right click, though, from DM. Trying to do work on DM. Or, excuse me, Ohio. He'll go down. He grabbed the Aegis. Roshan went down as well. Jalov just trying to do work as well. He might need to leap away. He's got it up and available. The right clicks are there. Ohio already used his hook shot in. So they get the Aegis, but they lose a hero, maybe two. I'm not sure what the score was after that, but still, Titan getting the Roche. Not bad.
Yeah, so it was a 1-for-1 trade. They got the last hit on Roshan, so they got all the gold and all the experience, and then they lost the Aegis pretty much immediately. So despite it being a really odd thing to happen 7 minutes into the game, I think overall it was actually a win for Titan, though not a huge one.
Yeah, I mean, you see the gold graph dip just a little bit, but it's really nothing of too much concern if you're for HGT right now. And the bigger thing is the 15
Alex jump top, shackled up. I think a couple more eye clicks are going to bring him down. Yeah, Miracle finishes it with the infest damage.
Yeah, and the Miracle was actually rather low, and a couple other Krill sprays could have killed him, but he did the right thing, infested out, made sure he got back up to, you know, a bit higher, while health been a little bit more safe. So KOXY in the mid lane, traps are going to go. There's the refraction going as well. Oh, hookshot just missed. There's going to be unstable concoction, helping combine up for the kill. DM with the right clicks doing the damage there. He's got no refraction. He does have meld, however. Hookshot was already used. Ohio's trying to make his way over there. DM, I'm not sure if he's baiting. He's juking the hookshot, it looks like, but it's not available. I don't know if he saw it. He should have. I mean, it came right next to his face, so...
he spotted there's two sentry wards here. He spotted the sentry and he considered just dewarding that sentry that's there. But I think he reconsidered. Ohio probably would have bounced him with the cogs, and then he might have been a little bit of trouble if anybody was actually giving chase. So
well,
yeah, we've got another pause.
Yeah,
we've got another pause. Shalov's farming very well bottom lane. And I like the build that Merkel's going for. No Midas, no nonsense. He's just going to be probably picking up a drum, and then Titan, I think they definitely realize that the onus is on them to do things in this game. Otherwise, we're going to get to a late game situation with the Hearts Get Together Tricore, and the Lifestealer, even if he has great farm, might have a little bit of trouble. So expect Titan to start kicking into gear pretty soon. That missed hookshot on mid was really unfortunate. That probably would have been a guaranteed kill had he managed to land that, assuming that they had some anti-invis around, but yeah, not going to end up being the case.
No, and you talked about the Lifestealer. I want to go back to that. And Miracle is farming very well. He doesn't have a drum just yet. He'll probably get that next, or he can, have another hero on his team do that and just go straight into the armlet, which he's also rather close to if he wants to go down that path. But yeah, he is doing a nice job farming, but he's not too far ahead of the Mirana. I mean, they have similar gold, 45 last hits obviously for the Mirana, and sitting on 1,300 gold as of right now. There's a stout shield and an orb venom in comparison to the just regular phase boots on Mirana at this point. So the thing is, yes, you might be keeping pace with the Mirana, but the rest of the team is farming just as effectively, and you're not going to do as well with farm or in terms of last hits with a Shadow Shaman, especially if he's been dropping. He's going to get arcane boots, and maybe he goes for like a refresher for an Aghanims or something later on down the road, but that's not going to be as important as whatever Bristleback gets, whatever, let's say, even an Alchemist gets, and whatever TA gets. So, and of course, not to mention the Mirana. So I feel like HGT, they're sitting in a comfortable position despite losing, that Roche kill and obviously losing a kill up top to Alex. They're doing all right.
Yeah, I think Hearts Get Together pretty happy with what's happening right now. I think the one big thing is that Ohio needs to be staying off map as much as as much as possible, especially while his hookshot is off cooldown, because not only does he need to be moving around and trying to set up kills, but also if he's just sitting in a lane, then there's no fear factor whatsoever for the TA or the Bristle or the Marana in terms of just being able to sit around and farm. So while I think Ohio's done a really good job so far in this game, he got his levels, he's gotten his farm, I think he now needs to make himself more active, but also more scarce, so that he's not being spotted.
Yep, and the fact that he has that bottle means that he'll be more active around the map if he can get some regen going his way. And it looks like he is actually going to be the drum carrier here for his team. He already has that Robe of the Magi up, and that also does give you, a bit of mana so that you are able to roam about a little bit more effective. It just gives you more stats to be more effective, essentially, is what I'm trying to convey here. And so Clockwork is going to be looking for as many hook shots as possible. He's going to be helping Titan set up kills and ganks all over the map, which, like you mentioned, pretty much needs to happen. Templar Assassin keeps on connecting and disconnecting, and the same keeps happening for our poor Crystal Main here. So we'll get you back into the game in just a moment. Once again, I want to talk a little bit about the matches today as well. Of course, after this one, we'll bring you Tongfu versus For Love. That's going to be a big matchup. And obviously, we were supposed to have another best-of-3 series. That was going to be Speed Gaming, I believe, versus the Subvert, I believe is the team name. Unfortunately, they did have to, I believe, forfeit, so Speed Gaming is going to get that walkover win and move on to face the winner of Tongfu versus For Love. So any Speed Gaming fans out there, which I know there are a lot of you, are not going to witness your team in action tonight. However, we still have this game to bring you, and potentially another game if Titan does take this to a Game 3. So that is the storyline as of right now. We've had a lot of good Dota over the past few days, and I mean, Basecamp, it's been a lot of fun so far.
Yeah, I've been having an absolute blast, and like you said, there's still plenty more Dota tonight. At the very least, 2 more games, Tongfu versus For Love. So hopefully we'll get everybody back in pretty soon and we can get underway. I guess we can talk about the matchups. So as you said, the winner of Tongfu versus For Love is going to face Speed, and the winner of this match, Hearts Get Together versus Titan, is going to move on to face IG. I believe tomorrow we're only going to have 2 of our quarterfinal matches played, so that's going to be DK versus Vici and DT Club versus LGD China. So should be some good ones there as well.
Yeah, that's just going to be a nice Christmas present for us to have. Of course, Christmas Day is tomorrow. It is also my birthday as well, so yay me, I suppose. Nice. On Christmas Day, there's no place I'd rather be than here on Beyond the Summit casting for you all. It's a present to myself, if you will, but yeah, that'll be some exciting Dota. I gotta say, I'm really excited. Team DK versus Vici Gaming, man. That's ROTK. Ooh, I don't know. That's a good matchup, to say the very least.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Can I just say, Mott, you have like the worst birthday in the world.
See, everyone says that, and I just disagree with people. Like everyone's
You think?
like, yeah.
What's your argument, Mott?
Well, it depends on how you celebrate the holidays, and obviously for people, Christmas is usually, I don't know how most people celebrate it, but it's like in the morning you get presents, and throughout the day you just spend time with your family, you have a nice Christmas dinner, and yeah, and that's about it. But the thing with me is a lot of people say, oh, you get less presents, you get kind of, shifted a little bit, and I'm just saying, listen, it's not an issue to me, because what my family does is we have Christmas in the morning, we have presents, we have a nice Christmas breakfast, and then later on down the evening we have a nice little dinner, and then presents for our birthday. So we've always treated them as 2 separate things. And when I say our birthday, I mean my dad was also born on Christmas, by the way, too. So,
what?
Yeah.
What? Okay, now you're just pulling my leg.
I'm not. I swear to God.
Wow.
It's true. This may come as a shock to people, but my family has to deal with 2 Christmas babies and Christmas all in one day. So let's just say that my mom is not the happiest person around the holidays, because she's got a bit of shopping to do.
It's got to be pretty stressful. Oh well. I don't know what to say. That's really interesting. Like.
Yeah, it's weird. I think there's very few people who have that going for them, but either way, I like it personally. I know some people say that it's a bad birthday, and my father and I have never really complained. People in chat are blowing up on me. I don't know what to tell you guys. I think it's great. I don't know. I enjoy the camaraderie that my family has, but the problem is I haven't bought any presents yet. Sorry.
Well, you can write some IOUs, and I'm sure it'll be.
I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. My family's
not
probably
not
just
gonna cut it.
disown
Not
me.
gonna cut it.
Yeah.
Ah, man. Well, they from what you mentioned, they seem kind of accepting of the fact that you're here at whatever or ungodly hour in the morning casting Chinese Dota.
Well, there's a
So,
funny story about that. So
okay.
they're in the
Well,
other room. Sorry to keep telling you stories as we're waiting.
no, no,
here.
no. Like people are disconnected. What else are we
That's true. That's true.
gonna talk about?
It's not really a story. It's just that kind of funny anecdote. So I'm here with my family, obviously, right now, and they're in the other room, and I was just they heard me casting the other night, and they're just like, "You're gonna have to like do that somewhere else or not do that." I'm like, "Well, it's Chinese Dota. It's like really important to me." They're like, they know. They're like, "Oh, Chinese Dota. Then yeah, sure. I mean, that's different." So even my family knows how important this is. So big shout outs to them. But how are you doing? You got your presents done? Your shopping done, Basekip?
Not really. I'm kind of in a little bit of trouble as well. And over here in Australia, we are only 3 hours away from Christmas. So, what am I gonna do? I don't know. I'll work something out. At least like my siblings and stuff are really easy. They all game and stuff as well. So I'll just go on Steam and find something, and that'll be that. But yeah, I'm not too prepared for the Christmas season, honestly.
Well, we can commiserate together, my friend, over
Yeah.
Dota. What better way to commiserate than watch some great Dota? And well, hopefully we'll get some soon. What?
Okay, GG go next.
What? All right, we spent all this time preparing for this draft, and
Radiant's
suddenly
top
they
tower
just
is
called
under
You know
attack.
what? All right, great. Thanks for joining us, guys. Thanks for joining Story Time with Mott and Baseskip. We'll jump into the next game in just a second. We'll have a quick break. Maybe a smoke. I don't know. We shouldn't wait too much longer, given what happened. So, nothing really to talk about with this game. We'll be right back, guys. Stick around.